everybody, welcome to the 8-10 game versus South Bend, and we're off. Out on the ice we've got Caroline, Margot, and Gabby. Oh no, sorry. Caroline, Gabby, and Penny on offense. On defense, Margot and Gwen. Looks like we're gonna go on a power play. All right, Laura's going to take the face-off with Riley and Bree, Margot, and Gwen on D. It's won by South Bend, who's going to kick it up the boards to Margot. Margot sends it back in D. Oh, it's Finley, not Riley out there. Finley sends it back around the net to Bree, who's going to pick it up. Battle close to the blue line here. South Bend tries to send it up the wall. Finley picks this up, sends it towards the net. Pushed away by South Bend. Gwen picks that up the blue line, sends it back towards the goal. South Bend kicks it out. Oh, we've got oh, okay. I don't think that was a real penalty, but just looked bad. Margot got her stick on the other girl's stick, but then she fell. Also, this group of refs didn't put I apologize, I don't know the right words, but the plugs or to keep the nets on tight. So they're just going to be flinging around the whole game. I don't understand. They did the same thing at our first game yesterday. We've got a girl down on the ice over there. I'm gonna mute for a second while we wait for her to get taken care of here. Up. Looks like they're gonna give her a penalty shot. I don't know hockey that well yet in my life, so Al, if you're watching this and you want to replay that, I thought it looked like Margot just lifted her stick, but I could be wrong. All the faith in the world in Lennon here, though, so she's got it. Ultimately, the outcome of this game doesn't matter. Both Lady Wild and South Bend are also in the championship today. Off we go. Caroline, Riley, and Ellie, and Ruby and Beckett on D. Caroline's got it. It's going to skate it around the net. Looks like she hit an odd spot on the ice and the puck started jumping around. Beckett's going to chase this down and sends it up to Ellie, who tries to work it out, but Caroline's going to take this through the center ice. And she gains the line. South Bend gets a stick on that, but loose puck still in front of the net. Riley sends that toward the net. South Bend tries to get a hold of it, but can't. Caroline gets her stick on it a couple times there. Beckett's going to backhand it towards the net. South Bend working their way out. South Bend sends it deep. Ruby's going to pick it up. Sends it up to Caroline. South Bend comes in offsides. All right, Laura's going to take the face off with Gabby and Penny, and then Gwen and Margot on D. Gwen's working to get this out of our zone. And Gabby's going to carry it through neutral ice. Tries to backhand it over to Penny. Good idea, but it's deflected. This gets pushed deep into our offensive zone. South Bend sends it over the boards. Gwen's going to pick it up. She sends it, runs into a couple skates, but is able to get it down further. This pops out into neutral ice. Margot's going to chase it down. Margot sends it through. It's going to be icing. We'll face off in our zone. Caroline, Bree, and Finley on offense, and Ruby and Beckett on D. Caroline hits that, but it goes over to the center ice. B's gonna pick it up. Good pass to Caroline. Caroline's gonna carry it through center ice. She passes it over to Finn. Great pass. Finn passes it back over to Caroline. Caroline's battling through some traffic, but we've got a penalty on South Bend. So your Lady Wild go on a power play. Same group on the ice. That heads to center ice. Bree tries to chase that down. Ruby sends that all the way through. Covered by the goalie. Good puck movement by the Lady Wild. Changing out the D, Margot and Gwen on defense, keeping the same offense. Caroline pushes that deep in the near corner, comes up to the line. Margot sends it, runs into a South Bend player. Finley does a good job trying to work that. South Bend's able to chip that out to the neutral ice. Caroline picks it up, just dekes the crap out of somebody. And we're back in our offensive zone. South Bend tries to hit it out, but Caroline pushes it down in the corner. Breeze right. Oh, so close. Margot can't quite get all of her power behind that, but is able to keep that in. Picked up by Caroline. Caroline takes a shot right into the stomach of the goalie. Lady Wild getting good shots. Laura's taking the face off there with Riley and Ellie and Ruby and Beckett out on deep. South Bend working it up the boards. Laura gets her stick on that, but Ruby needs to... All right, good defense by both Ruby and Beckett there working together. Ruby's gonna chase this down in the corner. They push it behind the net. Beckett's gonna... Lady Wild need to get this out of harm's way there. Ruby pushes that behind the net, needs to send it up the boards, is able to get it through a few skates there up to Laura, and Laura pushes it out into neutral ice, picked up by South Bend, and they send it back in offsides. Margot and Gwen on defense. Caroline, Penny, and I think it's Gabby on offense. Caroline picks it up. She's going to carry it through neutral ice. Gets it tapped off her stick by South Bend, but we're able to keep pushing that into the offensive zone. South Bend tries to send it up the... Oh my gosh! Caroline has a great centering pass / shot, ends up being. This comes out to Gwen, who sends it towards the net, runs into a South Bend player. South Bend runs into their own player trying to get it out, and we keep it in our offensive zone. Caroline pulls this behind the net. She tries to center it, runs into a few players there. South Bend tries to rip it out. Gwen has a great holding the line. Caroline backhands. South Bend trying to push it out again, runs into Gwen. Gwen sends it. Penny scores. That was just great puck movement. guys have noticed, but our goal song is Soldier Boy. So we've heard it a lot the last couple games. Lara taking the face-off, wins it over to Bree. That comes in offsides. That was just a tough bounce. And we'll reset. So we've got Lara, Finley, and Bree out there. Oh, we're gonna face off at Sunrise. And then on defense is Beckett and Ruby. South Bend takes control of this. They try to hit a neutral ice, but run into a couple Lady Wild players. Bree sends this deep into the zone on net. Covered up by the goalie. South Bend send that deep into the corner. Bree works to get there, just kind of over skates a little. South Bend's gonna try to skate this out. They have a good pass, but can't connect. Ruby is gonna get a hold of this, try to work it up the boards, and does, up to Bree. Oh, there is a South Bend player down there on the ice. Bree sends it in to the zone, and we're down in the near corner. South Bend working it up the wall to Ruby. Ruby runs into a skate there, but Beckett gets it, sends it towards the net. South Bend gets it out. Ruby's gonna chase it down. Ruby needs to get not in front of the net. There we go. We get it out, and that's offsides. All right, out on D, we have Margot and Gwen. Taking the face off is Caroline, and we've got Riley and Ellie. Offsides. Riley sends that into the neutral zone, sent back in by South Bend, sent back out by Margot. Margot sends it out again, and we're in neutral ice. Good deflection by Caroline. She's gonna deke around everybody, run right into somebody. That's gonna be we're gonna go on a power play. Caroline, tough as nails. Kind of ran into a brick wall there. All right, Caroline taking the face off with Ellie and Riley, and we're gonna keep Gwen and Margot on defense as well. Caroline wins that back to herself. Dances along the line there. Tries for a centering pass, runs into a couple players. Ooh. Nearly knocked in by South Bend. Margot picks this up at the line, sends it further into the corner. Caroline trying for a centering pass. Oh, has a great shot on net there. South Bend's gonna skate this out. Margot loses an edge. Shot covered by Lennett. We've got 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first period. Shots on goal say Lady Wild 6-2 for the Irish. Lara takes the face-off with Bree and Finley, and Ruby and Beckett on D. Beckett picks this up. She takes it up through center ice. Off she goes. Through center ice. Gains the line. Works it deep into the corner. Beckett centering pass, beautiful. Runs into a few people, but South Bend sends it up the boards, back to Beckett. Beckett can't get her quite all of that, but is able to send it towards the net. South Bend picks it up. Ruby holds the line and sends one towards the net, but runs into a South Bend player. South Bend's gonna bring it through. Beckett has a good stick there. Great pass by Lara over to Finley. Oh, great try by Finn to send it right back to Lara. South Bend sends it. Ruby's trying to work it up the boards there and does get it through a few people. Ruby and Beckett both get their stick on that one. South Bend sends it back. B's gonna pick it up, and she gets to Caroline. Oops, South Bend steals that off of Caroline's stick. They get a shot. Good stop by Lennon. Ruby working along the corner there. Beckett to Caroline, I think. South Bend, oh, nope, Caroline comes away with it. Caroline's gonna dance around everybody through center ice. She gets it, gains his own, but is knocked off the puck there. South Bend's gonna come. They get a shot, blocked by Lennon. Ruby gets her stick on that. Shot is gonna carry it behind the net. Sends it to, I think that's probably Penny. South Bend gets it centered and saved by the bell. That's the end of the first period. Lady Wild 1, Irish 1. We'll be back in a minute. All right, friends, we're back for period 2. Lara's gonna take the face off with Bree and Ellie, and then Gwen and Margot on D. All right, we're in the neutral zone, and Ellie's gonna come away with it and gain the line. South Bend hits it back out to the neutral zone. Gwen working along the wall there. South Bend sends it cross ice, just misses on that pass. Margot's gonna pick it up and skate. Kind of runs into a ref there, has to go around him. South Bend sends it back into our zone, picked up by Gwen. Gwen sends it up to Bree. Bree sends it up to Ellie, and we're in neutral ice. Ellie loses an edge there. South Bend's gonna gain the line, but sent back out by Gwen. South Bend's gonna send it back in. Oh, but they run into Ellie's skate. This comes to Gwen, who sends it back into neutral ice. And we're back with South Bend. This comes to Gwen. Back in neutral ice. To South Bend. South Bend sends it. Oh, Margot loses an edge there, but Laura's gonna pick it up and skate it around our net. She sends it up the boards to Ellie. Ellie tries to get her stick on that, but can't quite connect. South Bend sends it deep and around the net. South Bend tries to center, nobody's home. Ellie's gonna chase this down and skate it out. Out she goes. Laura loses an edge there. South Bend's gonna pick this up. Sort of a centering pass there. There's no one there. We send it back out to neutral ice. South Bend sends it back in, but it ends up offsides. Out for the Lady Wilds, Caroline, Riley, and Penny on offense. Caroline's gonna take the face off, and Ruby and Beckett on D. This pops out to Beckett. Beckett's gonna skate it through. Beckett's gonna skate it down the side there. We get it behind the net. Penny does a great job trying to center that. There's a real scrum in front of the net. I'm not sure. I couldn't see that, what happened in there. This pops back out to Penny. Penny sends it to Caroline. South Bend works that up the boards. Ruby hits that back in, but South Bend comes away with it. Ruby's chasing him down. Gets a stick on it. Blocked by Lennon. South Bend sends that in again. Ruby's gonna pick this up around the net. She's got Penny open along the boards, or she's just gonna go. Okay. Ruby's going. She runs into a South Bend skater, but sends it into the offensive zone. South Bend's gonna send it back in. They send it across ice. Little scrum in the corner here. That comes to South Bend. Ruby's gonna chase this down in the corner. Gets through a couple of Lady Wild players there. South Bend's gonna pick this up, send it towards the net. Blocked by Lennon. Ruby picks it up in the corner, sends it up, and not quite out. Beckett gets her stick on that shot. Caroline picks this up. And off she goes through center ice, one-on-one. And she makes it around the D. And a shot. Goal. She made it through a trip and everything. That was great. Take the face off with Bree and Finley, Margot and Gwen on defense. Good job by Laura sticking with that face off. South Bend pass hit by Finn. Bree does a good job getting that deep into our offensive zone. South Bend's gonna skate it up the wall, blocked by Lara. Margot picks this up along the wall, tries to send it deep. It gets deflected, offsides. Oh. I think that they're calling a high stick. I'm not quite sure. All right, taking the face off, Lara, Bree, and Finley on offense, and Margot and Gwen on D. Lady Wild send that up the boards. Lara sends that out into neutral ice, picked up by South Bend, who send it deep into the zone. Feels like that should have been icing, but that's not it. This is behind the net. Lara picks it up, sends it to Bree, can't quite connect. South Bend sends it across the ice to the near corner. South Bend tries to center, but Bree knocks it out of harm's way. And Bree is able to come away with it. Off she goes through center ice. She gets around one, gets it deep into the corner. She sends it across ice. Lara was coming for a change. She didn't see that puck. Caroline comes away with it. Takes a shot. Blocked by the goalie. South Bend working to get it out of their zone, and they do. Margot is able to get in front of that. She sends it up the boards. Caroline comes away with it. And she goes through center ice. Gets around a couple. It's able to get a shot. Beckett's going to pick this up. Beckett sends it off the wall, and it gets to Caroline, who centers to Penny, who gets it towards the net but runs into a couple skates, but we're in the corner. This comes up to Ruby. Ruby stops it at the blue line. Tries to send one, runs into a stick there. Ruby's able to hold the line there, sends it deep into the near corner. South Bend sends it up the boards. Ruby holds the line, sends it towards Caroline, who picks it up, sends it towards the net, just wide. South Bend sends it hard off the boards. Beckett sends it towards the net, backhand. This comes up to Ruby, who stops it and shovels it backhand. And Ruby stops it again, backhand again, and we get it down in the near corner. Feels like Ruby and Beckett should switch sides, maybe. They get around one. Caroline gets a stick on it. Caroline gets a stick on it again. We're in the far corner. Caroline working it up the boards. Penny gets her stick on that, and B takes off with this through center ice. She gains the line, and we're in the corner here. All right, Bree picks this up and is going to get a shot, but runs into a skate. Penny's going to pick this up, shovels it towards the net. Now she's got it behind the net. South Bend's going to pick this up in the corner. They try to get it out. Beckett's going to pick it up and send it towards goal, but runs into some skates. And we end up sending that towards the net, covered by the goalies. I think that was Bree that got it down there. right, Laura's going to take the face-off with Ellie and Riley, and then Margot and Gwen on defense. We've got 2 minutes and 36 seconds left of this first period. Laura does a good job. Pushes that around. South Bend's working to get that out of the zone, and they do. They push it out into neutral ice where Margot's going to pick it up and send it back up. Good job by Margot getting rid of that quickly. South Bend's going to skate with it. They send it towards the blue line. Stopped by Margot. Little scrum right at the blue line here. South Bend still trying to get it out. And they do. And we're in neutral ice. They skate it up the near boards here. Good centering pass, but nobody's home. Ooh, Margot can't quite get her stick on it, but gets it. Lennon gets it covered. Good job by Lennon. Caroline's going to take this face off with Bree and Finley, and then Ruby and Beckett on D. Finley gets tripped up, no call. South Bend holds the line. Caroline picks this up. He's going to carry it around the... South Bend sends it across the ice. Lady Wild picks it up through center ice. Caroline takes a shot. Oh, blocks, and Bree almost had the rebound there. Great pass over to Caroline. Caroline gets her stick on it, sends it. Ruby is working on getting it. And oh man, we're just can't quite connect as hard as we'd like to here. South Bend sends it up to Beckett. Beckett runs into a South Bend skate. This comes out to Ruby. Ruby chucks it towards the goal, blocked by the goalie. Finley is trying to get this centered, runs into a South Bend player. South Bend tries to get it out, and they do manage to get it out. Ruby needs to look across to, she tries to change directions. Gets it to Beckett, who's trying to work it up, but South Bend comes away with it. Ruby gets her stick on that and blocked by Lennon. Caroline battling along the boards here. Beckett helps her scoop it away there. Ruby gets her stick on that, and that's the end of the second period. Okay, out for the third period, Laura's going to take the face-off with Penny and Gabby. And then Margot and Gwen on defense. got into the danger zone there a little bit. Margot's having trouble getting her stick on it, but manages to get it to Penny, who sends it out to neutral ice. South Bend gathers and works their way through. Good stick by Penny. Slow that down. Gwen's gonna try to work that up the boards, but gets intercepted by a South Bend player. Margot picks it up. Gwen hits that out of harm's way there. Gabby's gonna carry it. Just overskates it a little. Margot's gonna pick it up here. Gabby's gonna carry this around. She tries to get it up to Penny, and she does, and Penny sends it out to neutral ice. Lara's gonna get it a little further, but it's picked up by South Bend. Gwen works it, but picked up by South Bend. South Bend's gonna carry it in. They get around one, but Margot pushes them off the puck. South Bend comes away with that tough shot, just wide. Gabby comes away with it. We're trying to get it neutral ice, and we do. South Bend sends this on net. Lennon tips it, so Gwen pushes it up the boards, and we've got Caroline out there now, and she's battling along the boards. This comes down into the near corner. Margot overskates it a little, but is able to get it up to Caroline. And Caroline goes. Good job, Caroline. She gets around a couple, gets a good shot off, just wide. Hits the side of the net there. Caroline has a great centering pass. Just nobody's on that side of the net there. Ruby's gonna pick this up along the blue line and sends it. Oh, almost connects with Caroline there. Caroline's trying to come around the corner with it. Oh, that was close. South Bend's gonna get it out to the neutral zone here. They hit it hard into our offensive zone. They come away with it, get around one, but lose the puck there. Beckett has a good stick. She's gonna carry it into neutral ice, tries to get it over to Caroline, runs into a skater, but she gathers it back and we get it into our offensive zone. Beckett does a good job getting back there. Ooh, Riley shovels it towards the net, almost gets it to Ellie. This pops out. B gets a good stick on that. Ruby gets her stick on it as well. And that's gonna be offsides, but that was good. Lara's going to take the face-off with Bree and Finley and Gwen and Margot on D. Little battle along the near boards here. This comes up to Margot, who runs into a South Bend skate there, but she's able to re-get her stick on it. This comes out to Gwen. Up the boards into neutral ice, but picked up by South Bend. Oh, but Bree gets her stick on it. Bree's doing a good job keeping some pressure there. South Bend sends it all the way across ice through neutral ice, where Margot picks it up, sends it back into neutral ice. We're still just there. South Bend sends it into our zone, and we send it back out hard into neutral ice. And South Bend sends it back into our zone. Gwen sends it around the boards to Bree. Bree has an excellent pass, just tape to Finley. Finley gets around one, tries to shoot, blocked by South Bend, but gets to the middle of the ice there. This comes out to South Bend, but Margot holds the line. Bree pushes that back deep into the zone. This comes out to Margot again, who's able to keep it. And we're in the near corner. Excellent centering pass by Bree, but nobody was there. This comes out to neutral ice, where Caroline comes away with it. She's trying to find somebody. She gets through everybody, tries to pass to Bree, can't quite connect. South Bend's gonna pick this up, but Gwen holds the line. They send it out hard. Margot's gonna chase it down. She sends it to Penny, who scoops it up to Caroline, who gets tripped, and we're gonna go on a power play. Five minutes and 26 seconds left in the third period. Caroline's gonna take the face-off with Gabby and Penny and Beckett and Ruby on defense. Still kind of at the face-off. Comes out to Beckett. Can't quite connect hard, but is able to kind of work it towards Caroline. South Bend just coming away with it, but they just overskate the puck a little bit. Ruby picks it up along the boards, shovels it deep into our offensive zone. South Bend picks it up. Try to skate out with it, but run into Caroline's stick there. This comes across. South Bend's gonna work to skate it up. Penny, just overskates a little. South Bend works it into neutral ice. Good stick by Beckett, but South Bend comes away with it. Caroline working hard. Caroline comes away with it. Just blocked by a South Bend skater, but we're able to work it up. South Bend comes away with that one. Ruby's gonna chase this down. Beckett gets a good stick on it. Ruby gets her stick on that. They center. I think this is Gabby. Nope, Ellie's got it. Great pass to Caroline. Caroline shoots, blocked by the South Bend goalie. Ellie sends it up the boards. Caroline tries to center, but it runs into the back of the net. Another great shot by Caroline. Ellie's gonna pick this up. Great stick by Ellie, and she comes. This is gonna come out to South Bend. Beckett gets her stick on it. Ruby's gonna shoot. Hard shot off of somebody's face. Caroline has another good shot up the boards. We go with South Bend's gonna come out into neutral ice. Beckett gets a stick on it. That's gonna be a penalty on Beckett, I think. I'm not sure that's true. Hard to see through the camera here. She must have got it. Her stick caught in some skates there. And the Lady Wild are gonna go on a penalty kill. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left of the third period. This gets centered but blocked by Margot. Another centering pass by South Bend. Good block by Lennon. Comes around the back of the net. Margot's gonna come away with it. She has a great pass to Finley. Finley loses it, but we are in our offensive zone. Pops back out to neutral ice. South Bend's working to, and they come in the offsides. Laura's going to take the face off. We've got Riley out there with her. And then Gwen and Margot. South Bend tries to get it, but Gwen gets there first, keeps it in the neutral zone. South Bend sends it, and Gwen sends it back into the neutral zone. We're just battling along the blue line here. South Bend comes away with it. Good stick by Margot, but she gets caught in some skates there. So we're gonna go 5-on-3 for, oh no, Beckett's only got 1 second left of her penalty. So we'll pretty much still be 5-on-4. We have a timeout. Out for the 1 second 5-on-3. We've got Caroline and Bree and Ruby. South Bend wins it to the bar boards. Ruby's gonna pick this up and send it around the net. And we've got 5-on-4 now. Beckett's out of the box. South Bend has a good centering pass, but run into a couple defensemen there. Same team. All right. Caroline's going to pick this up and carry it. Runs into a South Bend skate, but is able to keep it moving forward and gets it to Bree. Bree sends it across ice into our offensive zone. Ruby holds the line for a second, and again, we're right on the line here. Ruby's on the ground, can't do much from there. So this comes out to defense. Beckett's gonna carry it around the net. And Bree's gonna go to the box. Honestly, I didn't see that at all, so, oh no. Ruby's going to the box. All right, apparently Ruby's called for some sort of cross check. All right, Carolyn picks this up, carries it around, runs into some skates. She's doing a great job battling. Up she goes, sends it hard. Good job, Caroline. This comes out to the South Bend D. And we are 5-on-4. didn't realize this, but South Bend has an open net. Bree's working to get it. Oh, God. South Bend sends it to neutral ice. There's 4 seconds left of the period. Yeah, that's the end. All right, thanks everybody. We will see you again at 12:10 against the same team. Should be a good game.